Jacobzuma says he will keep fighting the law. Former South African President Jacob Zuma made a bold declaration on Thursday, saying he would not give up on his legal efforts to establish his innocence in spite of many negative decisions. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we get into the details. Despite several legal challenges and court rulings that have called for his incarceration, Zuma is unwavering in his resolve to prove his innocence. I made the decision to keep battling in various ways to persuade everyone that I am correct and my knowledgeable friends are wrong, Zuma said, reaffirming his innocence and his willingness to appeal court rulings. The judges who have judged me in the past in a wrong way as well by saying I must go to jail. After he resigned in 2018, Zuma's legal problems have followed him since his days in government. He has been charged with a number of offenses, such as fraud, racketeering, and corruption. His constant involvement in court proceedings and legal wrangling has maintained him central to South Africa's political and judicial scene. Zuma is unfazed by the several court decisions that have been made against him, including a 2021 contempt of court sentence of 15 months in jail. His remarks imply a calculated change of direction for his strategy, maybe indicating new legal strategies or public awareness initiatives to influence public perception and legal interpretations in his favor. Reactions to Zuma's attitude have been divided. His supporters applaud his fortitude, while denouncing the court for alleged prejudice and unjust treatment. However, others see his constant legal battles as a way to go around the law and subvert justice. South Africa keeps a tight eye on Zuma as he pursues his legal battle, since the former president's actions will probably have a long-term impact on the country's legal and political debate. Zuma's continuing struggles serve as a sobering reminder of the difficulties and complexity of post-apartheid government and justice in a country still dealing with the legacy of its predecessors. Once again, since then, the ANC has been able to maintain power via the use of private solar panels, diesel generators operating at maximum capacity, and low demand from a stagnating economy. It has been promoting the notion that load shedding has been eliminated. Afterwards, it pulled out all the stops this week when President Cyril Ramaphosa signed the National Health Insurance (NHI) bill into law at a Pretoria media circus. Ramaphosa said he couldn't sign the bill because he couldn't locate a pen when it was before him in February. As it happens, he was holding on to the signature for the last few weeks of the campaign, when the NHI would be presented as proof that the ANC really represented the people. Ramaphosa used a typical populist juxtaposition at the signing ceremony when he said, "The opposition is coming from well-to-do, rich people. This is a common occurrence. The haves do not want for the have-nots to gain anything from their current situation. We are arguing that there must be equality for all of our people via NHI. For the sake of argument, let's set aside the fact that Ramaphosa is at the top of the well-to-do, rich people pyramid. It implies that the ANC would not think twice to embrace populism as it fights an uphill struggle to maintain its election lead. Previously, Ramaphosa attempted to modify the constitution to permit the expropriation of property without compensation. However, this attempt was unsuccessful because the ANC and the EFF could not agree on who should hold the expropriated land: the state or new private owners. The populist juxtaposition takes the very genuine questions about how the NHI will be financed and whether it can withstand the impending legal challenges out of the conversation. The topic of financing has not come from well-to-do rich people, but rather from several political parties from all across the spectrum and corporate executives in the health sector who are often among the most willing to appease the ANC actuaries and economists. The finance minister shockingly said in March that there was no figure on the table from government about the NHI's cost, and that the financing scheme will be settled upon after Ramaphosa signed it into law. As I said in the white paper, many approaches to healthcare funding have been put forward. We will collaborate with the Department of Health on such situations and launch the NHI after the president has ratified the bill, according to Enoch Godongwana. He was talking about a health program that may cost up to or 1 trillion annually. Currently, South Africa has a budget of little less than our 2.4 trillion. Our 272 billion is the current national health budget. In South Africa's low-growth economy, where unemployment increased by 0.8% to 32.9% in the most recent quarter, or 41.9% on the enlarged definition, This would need tax hikes.